Alright everyone, so our next test print is complete, and this is actually a first for this printer, but it's also a first for me too. I have never printed in ABS or ASA, so I had this spool of PolyMaker ASA, so I decided to print ASA on the artillery Sidewinder X3PLUS, and I did my normal test print here and printed really nice. Let's see, pop this off. Alright, comes off just fine. Now there was a little bit, it didn't start out terribly smooth because let's see if you can see, I mean, we got some adhesion issues, but then again, like, this was in on an open air printer, you know, so I didn't have chamber temperature control or anything like that, but you know, those are easily removed, just the little defects that we got. But you can see the first layer there and the finish all around, and this printed in about 40 something minutes. I printed it at 50 millimeters a second. Yeah, that's really strong. But yeah, this is my first time printing with ASA, and of course first time on here. So what I did change, I went with a print temp of 260. I was trying to follow the recommendations on the box or on the spool from PolyMaker as close as possible. So I set the print speed to 50 millimeters a second, and I set the bed temp to 90, and I set the hot end temperature to 260 and went away there. Now at first I started out with 0% fan as it recommends, but down deep in this I started to have some little fussiness with adhesion down inside here, just a little bit above the first few layers. And so actually just with between the bed and all of that, it wasn't cooling basically fast enough, so it was still staying fairly liquid. So I put the fan speed on the X3PLUS here to a staggering 1%, and that was enough to solve the issues that I was having and resulted in the print that you see here. This is very strong. Like I said, I have no experience with ASA. Golly, now I see why people print in this. Damn, that is very strong, and this is only like I think 10% gyroid infill, so that is very strong. So it will most definitely print ASA, and I have no reason to believe, at least on small parts. Now if you're going to be printing anything big, of course it's almost essential that you have an enclosure. Now there are, matter of fact, I have an enclosure that is originally meant for the Ender 3 Max Neo that will fit this printer. So this could be enclosed if you wanted to do, and even the screen here has a PLA and ABS setting. So they've already, you know, shown that their printer will print ABS. So with the proper enclosure and the proper temps, the bed goes to at least 100C. I cannot, I don't directly have the, well, let me see. Does it say bed temp here? It says PLA, TPU, PETG, ABS. No, it doesn't tell me directly what the top end bed temperature, but I think it's either 100 or 110. I cannot remember, which is great for a printer this size. 300 millimeters by 300 millimeters by I think 380-ish, I believe. But anyway, prints ASA just fine, and I'm sure by extension would print ABS just fine. Now, especially for a small part. So didn't have any issues. It didn't lift from the build plate at all. Nothing. So there you go. Now on to the next thing I can think of to challenge this printer. Thank you bunch. Bye-bye.